What is going on, my people? You know who it is, the one, the only, never duplicated, Solano of Peru. To my new subscribers, welcome to That Is to the old fam. It really does mean a lot that you guys joined me. Thank you so much for giving me your confidence and hitting that red button. So today I have a tag video that I've been tagged. It's been done a long time ago, but now I'm starting to get around to it. It's not that I don't want to, it's just I had a hard time picking certain fragrances. With tag videos, you kind of tend to do a lot of thinking, and with this one it did kind of make me do a lot of thinking because I had to go back to certain fragrances. But without further ado, let me stop rambling and let's get on with what we're here. So the name of this tag video is called, give me a second, let me get it. It is called Show Me Your Spritz. So basically it's a play on word. It's a play on word. I really don't get it. If y'all get what it means, put it down in the comments below. I'm still new to this. I'm still learning. So together we're going to learn together. So the Show Me Your Spritz, and the first thing is unicorns are real. So basically what it means is a unicorn fragrance, a fragrance that I've been looking for but I couldn't get my hands on. Basically it's just very rare, and one of the fragrances I would have to go to one of my rare fragrances. The one that I picked for this one and that I bought is no surprise to you, and I am going to show you what I'm talking about. The one that I am talking about is called Cool Water by David Off. Obviously, you know this one. No, it's not the one you find at Marshall's. It is the OG one, the OG batch that was reformulated. This one with the gold lettering on it. You know what I'm talking about. If you know this one and you grew up in the 90s, you know what I'm talking about. This one's so really nice, and the king of the freshies in my opinion. Nice aquatic, nice green fragrance, and with some tobacco and some lavender. Really nice fragrance. So this would be my unicorn fragrance, David Off's Cool Water. And at the price that I found it, it was worth it. I found it for 40 bucks. That is crazy. An OG batch for 40 bucks. The guy didn't know what he has. Next one. So the next one is called House of the Rising Scents. So basically this is the house the brand new house that I discovered. I kind of discovered it because of the reviewers, but you know, I was kind of skeptical about buying it. So all of these fragrances that I bought from that house were all blind buys. And the house that I'm talking about is Nichane. And if you don't know Nichane, I'm sure you heard about Annie. I'm heard you heard about 100 Silent Ways. You heard about Vain and Naive, Amber Calibre, Hasiva, Passion Choco. The list goes on and on from that fragrance. So far, what I've bought from that fragrance has been a hit. Normally with some houses there's always a hit or miss, but with this one, all of them, the ones that I've gotten, are straight bangers. Is pretty pricey, but you do get a bang for your buck. But you don't have to buy retail. Remember that not everything has to be bought in retail. I don't buy retail in my collection. If you want me to do a video where I buy my fragrances, let me know and I will do a part 2 with a more depth thing. On to the next question. The question is Heart the Hype. So basically the fragrance that I heart the hype was Casa Marati's Lyra. This one's a really nice fragrance. It's a nice citrus caramel vanilla fragrance. I really fell in love with it. If you haven't tried it, go for it. When it comes to Surge Off, I was really skeptical about buying it because it is a very expensive brand, but this is one of their cheapest ones, so I had to pull the trigger. Like I said again, I don't buy retail. I always find where they sell it for the bang of the buck, and that's what I did. Let me know if you guys want me to do another video, a more in-depth video of where I buy my fragrances. So this one was Heart the Hype, Casa Marati's Lyra. Perfect fragrance. If you haven't tried it, really nice, creamy, seductive fragrance. Check it out. So basically, another question, it is called Renounce Down. So basically, this is the fragrance that doesn't do it for me. A fragrance that doesn't do it for me, I know I am gonna get hate for it. There was a lot of hype for it. A lot of people like it, but to me, it is Parfums de Marley. It is Parfums de Marley Layton. Don't kill me. I know y'all people are gonna catch the pitchforks and the whole nine and come and hunt me down, but that is for me. It doesn't work for me. I don't get it. I don't like it. It is what it is. I'm sure it's a mass appealing fragrance, but it doesn't work to me. Maybe I'll give it another go sometime down the line, but it doesn't do it for me. Don't get me wrong. I love Parfums de Marley. There's other fragrances that I love, but that one just doesn't do it for me. To the next one. Love is Blind. So basically a fragrance that was my best blind buy. And my best blind buy has to be Boys 1920 Ultra Mare. I really do love this fragrance. It's a really nice rhubarb aquatic. Has some green notes to it. Really nice. Really fell in love with it. It was a blind buy. I saw one of my good friends, I saw one of my good friends on Instagram post it. I read the notes and I fell in love with it. The rhubarb, I've been on a rhubarb kick, and this one has that nice rhubarb in it. Check it out if you haven't. It's limited edition, but I'm sure you can find it out there in a cheap price. That's my Love is Blind. The next one, it is called Crystal Baller. So basically this is the fragrance of a fragrance that I've been meaning to buy but I haven't bought it. A baller fragrance that I haven't said that I haven't bought it, but it's been there. So a fragrance for me that I haven't bought would be, I know you guys are gonna laugh at this one, but Aventus. I have Aventus, but I want to buy the big bottle, the 120. That is also going to be a rare to find because it does cost an arm and a leg, and especially if you want a certain batch. But here's hoping anything's easy to find. You could just find it and just wait around and you'll get it. So that would be my Crystal Baller fragrance, Creed Aventus, the 120 ml. The next one would be I Take It Rare. So basically another rare fragrance. And a fragrance that I've taken rare, I would have to go back to the old school ones. And the one that I've found that was very, very rare that brought me back to my high school days would be Givenchy's Serious Road. This one's a really nice oriental, woody, fresh fragrance. I love it. It has some tonka being really, really nice. This one, when I wore it, brought me back to my high school days, and this was actually the only bottle out of all my collection that I finished when I had it. I had this same exact bottle, not this one exactly, but this, you get what I mean. Before it got reformulated, this one was Flames. I showed it to Steven from Red Lesson. He fell in love with it. He wanted to buy one for me, but then again, he didn't want to take my bottle again away from me. So this was my rare fragrance in my collection. You know what I'm talking about. Again, if you guys smelled this and you guys wore this back in the day, you guys know what I'm talking about, how good this was compared to now. The next one is called I'm Stuck on a Band-Aid. So basically my favorite band, and what would I put them in a fragrance type of note. I know you guys are gonna laugh at me for this one, but growing up in the 90s, I'm a 90s guy, so everything revolved back to the 90s. Till this day, I still like the same band, and it is the Backstreet Boys. Now I know, ha ha ha, bring out the laughs, yeah, bring out the gay jokes. I like the Backstreet Boys. What could I say? To me, I guess the reason I like the Backstreet Boys, because I can relate to their songs. I'm kind of like a hopelessly romantic. I believe that someday in this crazy world we live in, that if you treat a girl right, you show her that you're a nice, decent man. Basically, if you have, what is the word that I'm looking for? If you have chivalry and show her the chivalry, you would get the girl. But then again, I am wrong, because most girls like assholes, or most women like assholes. But that is a conversation for another. That's a topic for another conversation. I mean, that's a conversation for another day. So basically, if I were to do it, I will have to make it kind of a mysterious, seductive fragrance, because that's based on their personalities, and kind of like a heartthrob, sweet fragrance, something like that. So the notes that I would put in it, it would have to be coconut. Just give it that tropical vibe, because I'm a coconut fan. Then bring it down with some spiciness. Would be, I will use some cashmere, some amber, some chocolate, some dark chocolate to give it that nice seductive thing. Then I would have to use an aphrodisiac that would seduce them into that, and that is vanilla. And then put something that supposedly they say it works, would be heliotrope to stimulate the brain, and just lure them in with the smell of that fragrance. And that would be it. And kind of like some sandalwood to give it that creaminess, some strawberry, really nice there, and probably some almond to give it that almondy smell, that nutty smell, something like that. I know it's off the walls, but I'm really not the best, and that's why I am not a fragrance maker. Kind of Not even a fragrance reviewer because I'm still learning. So maybe it'll work, maybe or not, but who knows. But that would be the notes, and probably that would be it. Not trying to make it too complicated. I will kind of give it some musk too, just that muskiness. And pretty much that would be it. And to call it, I will call it something like the fragrance next door, kind of like the, or something I will use, something a Backstreet Boys song. I'll probably use All I Have to Give. That would be the fragrance, All I Have to Give, the name from one of their things. That's what I'll call my fragrance, All I Have to Give EDP. That would be a dope name. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Let me know what your thoughts on if that fragrance were to come out. So the next one will be called Brain Fart Stings 2. So this one would be basically your worst blind buy. So luckily I haven't bought a worst blind buy or an expensive blind buy. That's what it means. And an expensive blind buy, I would have to say, be right back. So an expensive blind buy really wasn't too much. It was called Assure. This one perfume, to me, it doesn't smell like nothing. I forgot who was the guy that made it. He's a YouTuber. He's into so basically my most expensive blind buy, my most expensive worst blind buy would be Assure EDP. This one doesn't smell nothing to me. It really doesn't do anything to me. I regret it. I can't wear it. To me, it smells like those little puffy things that come in the mail when they get that styrofoam little puffs, that styrofoam that you get in the mail, that you get in your boxes when you get your fragrances. That's what it smells like, with some sweetness into it. I'm not bashing it, it's just not for me, but that is the smell I get. So that is my most expensive blind buy. $80. It really, no, it's not a lot, but compared to other fragrances that I bought, most of my other fragrances that I bought are blind buy. Some are hit or miss, but this one was just totally a miss for me. So that is my fragrance show me your spritz tag video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're a reviewer and you haven't done this, go ahead and do it if you want to. It'll be great to do. It's fun to see what other people come out with from the band-aids, and interesting to do. I have a couple other tag videos that I'm gonna do. I haven't forgot, but let's get on with it. And as always, thank you guys so much. And as always, wear what you want, buy what you want, and I will definitely see you next time. And if I don't, it's because you're not subscribed. Remember, just because it's niche doesn't mean it's always good, and just because designer doesn't mean it's always bad. Peace. I'm out of here. You know who it is. Think a king of this game.